Thanksgiving Day, right around the corner. It's tomorrow, the day of giving thanks, the day of saying grace, the day of being grateful for all that's good. Families come together, people come together, and with that, old wounds, old triggers resurface. And then Thanksgiving Day turns into Resentment Giving Day. Ooh, can you relate? Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Fernando and welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about being grateful for everything regardless of the circumstances. And by the way, Thanksgiving Day is every day. Giving thanks to polarity, to contrast is what this video is all about. Giving thanks to contrast, to the good and the bad. Because when we're doing that, we are really ascending, moving forward, getting closer to our higher selves, to unity consciousness. Gratitude is often associated with saying thanks to the stuff that we love. And that's very good, and that's true, but giving gratitude to the lower frequencies is also the path to ascension, is also the path back home, is the path to creating heaven on earth. And so I'm here to help. I'm here to remind you of who you really are. I'm here to remind you what you're doing here on earth, what we are all doing here on earth on the stage play of the earthly realm, if that makes sense. So you are an eternal spiritual being. Eternal, cosmic, immortal, powerful, connected to all that is, a spark of light. Not the God, but a God. You are so very powerful. You're having a temporary, limited human experience. And we choose to come here, have this limited, temporary human experience. Now, why do we choose that? What are we doing here, right? What are us gods doing here, experiencing separation, limitation, and living mostly from the egoic mind perspective? Let's remember, the 3D life on Earth is the life of polarity, is the life of duality, is the life of challenges, is the life of transmutation. We literally come here to transmute the darkness back to light. Let me explain. In the spirit world, our true home, all we have is the one beautiful, loving vibe, I guess you could say. So it's all about light. It's all about love. It's all about peace. It's all about abundance. It's all about joy. It's all about pure health. It's all about all that's divine, perfect, and good. And it's one beautiful thing. We don't have the opposites over there. We don't have the contrasts over there. It's just perfect. After a while, it's like, okay, it's awesome. I love it. I think I need a little contrast so that I can remember how divine this all is. You know, because you are this and all you see is this because it's all one thing. And so it's like, let's go to the earth playground again so that we can play the game, play the parts, and experience the contrast of what we are, basically. Is it super easy? Not really, you know, but it's still the ground for transmutation. It's still the playground for growth and expansion. And why is it the playground for growth and expansion? Literally because of the contrast, right? Literally. So when we come here, what we see as light can also be perceived, or its opposite is the darkness. There's love, but there's also fear. There's peace, there's also suffering. There's abundance, there's also scarcity. There's joy, there's also sadness. What is ultimate truth? This is ultimate truth, okay? The earth life, the 3D life, is an illusion, although a real experience. But what is fundamentally true is all of this. But we manifest all of the contrast here as illusory situations that we experience as real experiences. So we manifest those, but they're not fundamentally true. If that makes sense. And that's what we're doing here. So transmuting darkness back to light is experiencing the negative, the contrast, and remaining as the light so that the darkness goes back to light. And in that, we grow and expand. Because we don't have the contrast in the spirit world, right? And so this is the chance for transmutation. The time is now. You are literally in physical form. The time is now. Now, what is the situation here? What is the issue here? Is that we are living in victimhood for the most part. I know you're not. You are so awakening. You are so on the path, right? But we get to remind ourselves on a daily basis, because falling back, slipping back into victimhood can be pretty, it can happen easily, if you get what I'm saying, right? So repetition and reminding ourselves of all of this is a blessing, and we get to do it with love on a daily basis, right? And so this video is about leveraging the negative situations and being grateful for both the positive and the negative at all times. And today's Thanksgiving Day, so maybe it's your chance to practice, because people coming together, families coming together, as I said in the beginning, can, resurface some old wounds and triggers. And if we're not aware, if we're not present enough, we'll just be resenting all of those things. So this video is an invitation for you to do otherwise, for you to remain as the light no matter what. Because when we're able to be grateful for the negativity, oh boy, talk about getting ahead of the game. Do you want to get ahead of the game? This is the fast track to that. Can you be grateful for regardless of what's going on? Giving thanks to the contrast allows us to alchemize pain into power. Literally. It's a fertile ground for transmutation. The 3D life, Earth, the place of contrast. Fertile ground for transmutation. The time is now. Can we take the advantage for expansion? After all, that's why we're here, right? And so when we do that, it accelerates spiritual evolution. Again, because of everything I just said, right? It acknowledges perfection in imperfection. How beautiful is that? As you can probably tell from my voice, I am not 100% healthy today. See what I did there? I am not 100% healthy. And so this reminds me to be even more grateful for the perfect health that is totally mine. Now, I am grateful for my health every single day. I do health affirmations every day, multiple times a day. I am constantly reminding myself of my beautiful body, my instrument, my health, and all the abundance and the blessings in my life. And that is a blessing. Thanksgiving Day for me every day. It's so beautiful. But now this thing comes and it's like, ooh, I am not 100% healthy today. Thank you so much for reminding me of how amazing it is to be healthy. Thank you for this reminder. I acknowledge you. You are welcome here. I'll treat you well, okay? Tying this back to Ho'oponopono, you get to love everything, including the extra fat, including the disease, including your enemies. Love everything. Can we love a situation during Thanksgiving where, things escalate? So imagine, I don't know, like a relative brings up like a political subject and things escalate and the vibe is kind of like going downhill a little bit, if that makes sense, right? Can we be grateful even for that? Can we remain as the light and be like, what is the lesson in this? Thank you so much for this reminder that I get to be present no matter what, that I get to choose love regardless of my surroundings. And so what a beautiful opportunity for transmutation, remaining as the light when chaos is rising up a little bit. Or if there's like an inner child trigger that comes up, maybe your father or your mother says something and you feel infantilized, and these old patterns rise up, and instead of feeding that and becoming the child all over again, how about facing it with love and being grateful for that emotion that is rising in your inside of yourself? You're feeling it in your body, that emotion, which means energy and motion. It's seeking transmutation. So what a beautiful chance. Such a fertile ground for transmutation, right? And then when you go back to the spirit world, it's like, wow, I accomplished some things here, there. Man, here, there. Such a dualistic thing, right? Ultimately, there's no such thing. Can we remain as the light no matter what? And then we can be grateful for all the beauty, but we can also be grateful for the ugliness, because why not? Because why not? Ugliness is seeking transmutation, is it not? Growing up, I had the biggest sense of scarcity. The biggest. Now I understand that me as a soul, which is literally who I am, picked this, life mission for transmutation here. So even though I didn't grow up in poverty, because I was always well provided for, I come from a family that always had, historically speaking, thought patterns of scarcity. And so I acquired that early on for transmutation, right? And so I remember being home and my family would order a pizza maybe on a Sunday evening, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, will there be enough slices for everyone? And I would always want to eat the whole pizza myself, but there wasn't really a whole pizza for myself back then. And I never felt worthy enough to ask for one. Or to give you another example, think of like a jug of juice or a bottle of soda. And this is something I'm still working on until today, okay? When I'm pouring, it's almost like I don't want to finish it off. And then I pour just a little bit because, scarcity. And so sometimes when I catch myself doing that, I'm like, fill the cup, fill it up all the way. So I'm working on it with love. And it's so deeply rooted, right? So scarcity. Today, on the beautiful journey that I am on, I am grateful for scarcity. I really am. Because if it weren't for scarcity and this mentality that tormented me quite a bit, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I am so grateful for being exactly where I am today. I am so very grateful. So gratitude for polarity is a blessing. And it's something we get to remind ourselves because we know to thank the good stuff, right? But what about the negativity? Because when we're grateful for polarity, we are neutralizing resistance. We are dissolving judgment. Judgment is the third dimensional state of consciousness. Good, bad, here, there, up, down, right or wrong. And so we're also integrating duality when we are being grateful for polarity, because it's not like I'm going to be grateful for the good stuff but not the negative. The negative I'm going to resist because I want to push it away. I don't want it here. I'm not welcoming it here. And so when we're doing that, we're just falling right into the trap. Okay? And so we're pushing forward, towards ascension and towards enlightenment even, manifesting our best life, but then we're just forgetting that we're not integrating the other aspect here in duality. And so when we don't do that, we are reinforcing duality, the 3D. And so it becomes harder to ascend, harder to transmute everything. So what a chance, what an opportunity to remind ourselves that I'm grateful for whatever, because ultimately your triggers are your guides, okay? The situations that present themselves to you are literally reflections back to you, guiding you back home. Let the triggers be the guides. Because if we're resisting the triggers, we're not learning. We're reinforcing just the one side. And so are we making the most progress that we can? Maybe not, right? So neutralizing resistance, dissolving judgment, integrating duality leads us to 5D consciousness, meaning unity consciousness. And so in this Thanksgiving Day, I invite you to practice with love. With such love in your heart, reminding yourself that you are the light. So no matter what happens, if anything negative presents itself, maybe it won't. Awesome. But if it does, welcome it and remain present. Remain as the light. You are the eternal being, the infinite being, the eternal spark of light, one with all that is. You are so powerful. Choose the path of love for everything. And when you do that, oh boy, you just watch how life transforms right before your eyes. Transmutation, alchemy. How amazing the time is now. I cannot say that enough, right? So if you're inspired by this, I invite you to watch my masterclass on gratitude, where I share all my tips and tricks to living in gratitude, having Thanksgiving Day all day, every day, all year long. Okay, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and click it right now. I love you.